Não.
Comprei, na hora.
The day after you say goodbye, all I did was lay in bed and cry. But after 1 month I started to move on, and after 2 I felt alright. Then 3 months in you were off my mind, and month 4 and 5 I was living my life. I was better, didn't have to try not to think of you until you reached out and said, remember that night we went for a drive. 2:30 in the morning, I kissed you, it was boring. We held each other tight. Before the night was over, you looked over your shoulder. How I was doing fine, so you remember that night. Remember that night. How I was doing fine, so you remember that night. Remember that night. The day after you had reached out, I was broken for the second time around. I pray on the third day that I will be okay, that I'd forget you were never mine. Oh, I don't think you realize how long I had to fight to believe in my life, to be better, never have to try not to think of you until you reached out and said, remember that night we went for a drive. 2:30 in the morning, I kissed you, it was boring. We held each other tight. Before the night was over, you looked over your shoulder. Oh, I was doing fine, so you remember that night. Remember that night. Oh, I was doing fine, so you remember that night. Remember that night. We went for a drive. 2:30 in the morning, I kissed you, it was boring. We held each other tight. Before the night was over, you looked over your shoulder. Oh, I was doing fine, so you remember that night. Remember that night. Oh, I was doing fine, so you remember that night. Remember that night. Oh, I was doing fine, so you remember that night. Remember that night. Oh, I was doing fine, so you remember